Hey everybody, and welcome back. So today we're going to finish setting up all of our rest of our trackers, our debt, our weekly check-ins, paycheck breakdown, and our debt budget or our debt tracker. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. So we are in March of 2020. This is what we've already set up, is our monthly view here and our budget here. So we're going to flip over here. We're going to do our weekly check-in on this side and our transaction log for it, just because I like to see it written down right here beside it. So we're going to start with those. So we have Sara Marie's transaction log sticker here, which is going to go on this side, as well as we have her weekly check-in stickers right here that we're going to lay out and use on this side. So now let's grab a thick washi and get started. So here's our thick washi that we're using from Sara Marie. We're going to do the transaction side first. All right, so there's that one. When the house is really quiet, you always wonder if your kids are into something. Then you realize it's nighttime and they're all in bed. It's weird having your kids not run around. Alright, so there's the transaction log side. It is set up and ready to go. We're just going to draw in lines in just a minute. But first, let's go ahead and lay down this side. Let's see. Alright. So the categories that we like to check in for are usually the same every month. So we like to check in for our groceries, which includes the diapers category, our cash envelopes. And then we also do gas. So we just kind of stay on track of how much gas we spend or how much we have remaining, more so that we can compromise and figure out if we need to add more or whatever. We also check in for my spending. That way I can stay so I can stay more adamant about not spending when I don't need to. And then we have, I believe, just unbudgeted. Oh, we do miscellaneous. And then we have unbudgeted. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 that we check in for each week. So we're going to skip 5 lines and put each week down. So all right, so there's our weeks. We're only doing 4 weeks because there's only 4 Fridays, and I usually check in on Fridays. So we're going to close it out down here. With a thin washi strip from Sara Marie as well. I've never really been a floral person until I've seen this kit here, and I just thought it was so cute and I wanted to use it. So now we're going to go in and draw in the lines that we need for our weekly check-in. In the Sara Marie's kit, she has it where it says remaining per week, which I like for the groceries, gas. It kind of gives you about how much you can spend if you want to stay within a good budget the rest of the month, which is really cool, and I like that. So, and I do try to color coordinate my colors when I write on the tracking log here with the colors I have designated for in my expense trackers. So I do try to do that. Okay. We'll leave more room for the description than the category. All right, so there is the transaction log. So this is our weekly check-in and our transaction log. I'm going to go back in and write in our categories as each week comes by. So we have that. We have this one here, which is going to be our paycheck breakdown. We're going to use this one here as the thick washi. And since this is a kind of a dark washi, I'm not going to write paycheck breakdown just because I know what it's going to be. All right, so we are going to start with our income at the top up here. And the layout that I do here, I've kind of created as my own because it just makes more sense in my head to see it all on one page and not flipping through several different pages. And it just works for me. And I feel like it's a little bit easier to control in here. I do always do a mock budget, so that way when I transfer it to here, it is a clean, very clean version. All right, so first we have income, then we have James's, then we have mine, we have other, and then we have total. All right, so that is the top. We're going to skip 2 lines and start with the car. So we have the Mazda, rent, groceries, gas, spending. And the spending here is for me and my husband. Whatever we manage to get into the spending for the month, we just split between the two of us, and that's what we have to spend. We have Allstate. We have AT&T. AT&T, miscellaneous, diapers, the water, student loans, which is S loan. We have charter, pest control, which I'm going to put P control. Then we have our snowball. And we have sinking funds. So as you can tell, we no longer have propane on here, as well as the credit card, because we've paid it off. So we don't need it anymore. So this is all the categories that we're going to be funding now. So let's go ahead and draw in our line for this. We're going to skip one just in case I might have forgot something that needed added later. And then we're going to do total. All right. So there is a total. Our next line is our budget amounts that we need to make sure we have. So we're going to do our budgeted amounts and what we expect. So we are budgeting this month. We are budgeting $2,800 from James and $200 from myself and $0 from other, which is a $3,000 income for March. So now we're going to go down and fill in our amounts that we need for the month. All right, so for the Mazda, we need $601. For the rent and groceries, we need $600. For gas and spending, we're going to budget $200. For Allstate, I'm going to leave blank until I know how much the new bill is going to be, but I will be pulling money out for it, as well as AT&T. I'm going to leave those two blank until I know the exact amounts I'm going to need. Miscellaneous, we're going to budget $100. Diapers will be $80. The water, we're budgeting $70. Student loans is going to be $57. Charter will be $55. Pest control is $33. And then snowball and sinking funds, we have about $32 to budget in those. All right. So now we're going to fill in the rest of our lines that we need. So we have paycheck 1. And then we have total. And the total side over here is paycheck 1 through 4 added together to end our month with and make sure we have what we need as for what we budgeted for. So this is what our ending balance should be. So as long as this matches with this number, all of these are funded, and that means we're good to go for the next month. All right, so that is our paycheck breakdown. I cannot believe I messed up. Arrgh. All right, so now we're going to take these last 2 thin washies I have here. We're going to lay those on here. Lay one right in the center. Straight down there. And then we're going to take this one and lay it down at the bottom. Make it look really pretty, interesting to come back and look at later on. I love looking at patterns on here. It just makes it so much better. All right, so now we have our paycheck breakdown on this side, our March budget here. If we flip over, we have our weekly check-in and our transaction log. So now we're going to flip to the page before the month and do our debt tracker here. Let me grab that sticker. It is also from Sara Marie. Yep. All right, so here is our debt tracker sticker. So we're going to take this thick washi here, lay it down. Oh, didn't go far enough down. All right. And her stickers are pretty easily to remove as soon as if you mess up, like when you first lay it down. So I do like that about her stickers. We have the debt tracker here. All right. So we're going to set up our debts on what we have left to pay. I'm so excited to see this go down. And I should have already posted a video of what our debts ended with in February. So let's just go ahead and get started. So as you can tell, we are not going to be writing down credit card because guess what? It is paid off, y'all. I am so excited. We have one credit card paid off, which is always exciting that we can save an extra $25 and put into Debt Snowball or anything else that we may need. All right, so our first debt now is my husband's, whatever's on his credit card, her credit. And it was medical, but I want to say it's a cell phone now, so we're just going to put James. And then we have the truck. And then we have my medical. And then we have a student loans. We have a student loans, which the student loans is just for myself when I was at school. Then we have the Mazda, which is my car. We did just buy my husband a car and we paid for it in full, and that was amazing, being able to save up the money to purchase it in full and not have to have a payment on it or anything like that. So that was really amazing to be able to do. And those are all our debts. That's all we have. But let's see what our ending or our beginning balances for March are, which y'all should already know because they're the same as what they ended in February. So let's go ahead and draw in some lines. That one. All right. So there is all of our lines. So let's see. James's beginning balance for him is $650. The truck is $1038. My medical, wait a minute, hold on. I think I just wrote that backwards. $1388. All right, so for the truck, it is $1,388. For my medical, it is $4,111. For student loans, it is $12,381.71. And for the Mazda, it is $19,267.72. Our debt amount now is $37,798.43. So that is what our debt is looking like going into March. It's very exciting. It's went down quite a good bit. All right. So let me flip through this one more time and show y'all our complete layout. So we have our debt tracker set up here before the month begins. We flip on over. I'll go in and write down if I have any birthdays or any whatever goals I want to set for the month. And we have our monthly view here, as well as our paycheck breakdown on this side of this side page. And then we have our March budget over here. We have our weekly check-in back here, and we have our transaction log here. And when we flip all the way to the back where our notes pages are at, we have our sinking fund set up, as well as the transaction log for it. So that is all we have for this video. I hope that y'all like and subscribe to my channel, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye bye now.